What's going on, everybody? My name is Derailious. Welcome back to another video. Today is going to be pretty simple. We're just going to be going over some updates within and without the game. We're also going to be talking about the new mayors and which one you should vote for, and also what advantages they bring. Before we begin, I do want to bring up the usual bit of not many of you guys are subbed, so if you hit that button down below, it really does mean a ton. As well, I have a Twitch down below, and I will likely be live later, and I also have a Twitter, which will also be linked down below. Without further ado, though, let's get right into this. So, as we have done so many times before, we will be heading into the community center and into the election room. We have 5 candidates, as per usual, and it's pretty obvious which one's going to win. Starting from the left, we have Foxy, Diaz, Aatrox, Cole, and Barry. Foxy has 2 perks, Diaz has 2 as well, Aatrox has 3, Cole has 1, and so does Barry, who for some reason will never be able to get their 2nd or 3rd perk. Aatrox is the clear winner here, though. He has Slayer XP buff, Pathfinder, and slash pricing, giving us 25% more Slayer XP, 20% more rare drops, and half-priced, Slayers. I feel like a lot of people have picked him mostly because the Bartender's Brewery is probably nearing completion. I don't necessarily know if it's coming out before or after the new Island but Not Island content that we're getting very shortly. Although I do hope that this new content comes out relatively soon. I am very much looking forward to not only being able to make content on the new update, but also playing through it, because I feel like Skyblock needs something like that. In order to prepare for Aatrox, though, there isn't actually a lot you have to do. What I do recommend, though, is that you probably attempt to make sure you have enough money in your bank account, and by bank account I mean your in-game bank, to actually purchase the Slayer quests. Even if they are half price, that's still 25,000 per tier 4, and that can be very expensive if you do it enough. I also recommend that you start actually grinding out Slayers now, because if you start off the event at a higher Slayer rank, you could in theory get better items during the Slayer event. However, that's completely up to you, and I only recommend that for people who have a metric ton of money to burn, and would be usually doing Slayers anyway. If you don't actually have a very high Slayer rank, it is an excellent place to start. What I recommend that you have for tier 4 Slayers is generally the same thing. Either superior armor or a full set of Shadow Assassin. As well, I'd also recommend things like Mastiff armor for wolves, but that can be avoided at certain tier 4 intervals, especially if you have, like, I don't know, God Pots, and you have that true defense, and you also have really good armor set like Renowned, Superior. You can definitely get away with beating the wolves up with, Superior, which makes it nicer. I also definitely recommend that you get your hands on the Slayer weapons. Obviously, things like the Reaper Falcon are really good against Slayers, and I would argue are some of the best in class for their types. But yeah, aside from that, there isn't really much you can do. This mayor is pretty run-of-the-mill and standard, so yeah. As well, before we finish up, I do want to make some notes about some other updates. Obviously, on NameMC, this is kind of new information that I just got told about. If you go to Netherclune, which is supposedly Miniclune's alt account, you can see that it is now called Netherclune. And it used to be called Nether Spooky or Spooky Nether or something along those lines, or Spooky Clune. That was actually right around the time the October update for the Spooky events came out. And now it has just been renamed to Netherclune. Obviously, this has pointed some people in the direction that the next update will be another update, which I entirely think is possible. And aside from the fact that I feel like my theory a couple days ago about the Abyss might actually be wrong, it just doesn't seem likely that we're getting a full-scale island with this. It seems more likely that it's a revamp, and the Nether Fortress is probably the most likely to receive said revamp. So I think that that's the best possibility. I don't want to keep you here too long. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like down below. Hit that subscribe button, obviously. I'll continue to make guides and updates and all that. So, yeah. On that note, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, peace out, everybody.